Hello everybody. So I haven't been live in a long time and I wanted to come out and start chatting with you guys again. Uh, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here because I see a lot of lives are done um, horizontal, but when I tried to do this live horizontally, it told me to switch to vertical. So that's what I'm trying to figure out here. And I'm trying to figure out a little bit of the light issue with you guys. Oh, I like this one. And I haven't been on a live a long time, so I don't know if a lot of people will join, but certainly hope so. And my goal is just to talk a little bit about life, things that have been going on with me. And I'm about to have breakfast, so I'm gonna have a little breakfast chat with you guys and talk to you about social media a little bit and get ready with you because as you see, I often, when I'm online doing things, I'm already like ready, set, go, makeup and everything, but I decide for this live for YouTube, just go bare like this, chat with you guys and connect. So I do hope this live comes out good because I'm doing it horizontal on my phone, but for some reason YouTube is telling me I need to do it vertical. I don't know if it has anything to do with me doing it on my phone, but there you have it. So today, what am I having for breakfast? I'm eating a little chobani yogurt. I'm also having a little dish of some cheese and these kind of crackers. And if I switch to the side sometimes, it's because I have a computer here that's attached to my ring light, so I want to make sure it's on. And I'm also eating something not so healthy, which is apple pie. So I know I posted some shorts on YouTube, but I haven't really talked about this, is that I switched to gluten-free foods, and I try to stick by that, although, I do, I follow it pretty much like all the time, but sometimes I can regress. Like today I'm eating this apple pie, which is not gluten-free. Hello whoever's joined. If you're joining, I'm just saying hi to you guys. Haven't been on a live in a long time, so I wanted to chat with you. If you can say hi or give any kind of comment, that would be appreciated. So while I talk to you guys, I'm gonna have a little breakfast. Today is like kind of like my day at home. Good morning. How are you? Where are you from? Um, where are you tuning in from? Ira, I have like one day a week that I work from home, so I get a chance to do some lives for you guys. And I see a second person joined us, so let me know in the comments who you are. Say hi. Is it morning or afternoon? Where are you from? I would love to hear it. And if you guys hear a train, it's because yes, I do live near a train, and it passes by every few minutes. Those of you that don't follow me, I live in New York, NYC, so I'm near a train. It's extremely loud. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And so let me get into a little bit about social media. So my account on here, this YouTube account, is dedicated to talking about social media. Louisiana, LJ. Oh, Louisiana from LJ from Louisiana. Well, that's awesome. I've never been to Louisiana, but I heard it's very, very fun and very interesting. Do you like it there? And while we wait for LJ to answer that for us, we're just gonna keep talking to you guys about yeah, social media. So on my channel, I talked a lot about social media, about growing on different channels. I also, show you kind of my more personal lifestyle, and everything that has to do with that. And I struggled a little bit in the beginning of, deciding, when to go live, how to do it. I think a lot of people struggle with this if they manage like multiple accounts, like how, where do you find the time to go to do lives? Like if you're, let's say you manage an Instagram account, Facebook, YouTube. And I finally kind of figured out a schedule, which is great. I'm hoping like to do lives here on a regular basis, at least like once a month or once every 2 months. And that's kind of like my plan going forward. Um, Let me start my breakfast. One thing, who is the other person who's on here? You're not saying hi. Say hi. By the way, these are the best yogurts if you haven't tried, guys. Chobani, I love them. So anyway, so I pretty much, I have a lot of accounts I maintain for social media purposes, monetization. That's why I'm trying to like space it out and provide like all the kinds of content that I'm doing. Good food and great people. Now I will hush and listen. Oh yeah, yes, it is good food. But if you ever want to say anything, go ahead. Or if you guys ever tuning in, you have any questions about me in general or what I'm talking about, please feel free to ask them. I'll answer them as best as I can, because like lives work best when there's an engagement, there's people like asking things, or there's a conversation taking place, right? So I would definitely appreciate that. So another thing I was curious about, actually, it's going off topic of what I'm talking about, but I want to find out from you guys if if anybody who will watch my live knows if you can put a different background on a live on YouTube, because I haven't figured that out. If you know the answer, let me know, guys. It was another trend. So yeah. So today is like a work from home day for me. So I work in real estate as well, and I have a YouTube real estate page. If you're interested in that, if you're interested like in NYCUs, real estate, you're welcome to look at it. It's called Katerina Verdi. And apart from that, my social media journey began like, I would say like 3-4 years ago, when I first like really got into like posting on different platforms, and then really got into TikTok, as many people did, and acquired quite a decent following there. And see, that was my work phone buzzing, and kind of built onto that and began to be like really interested, like on a professional level, like what do you need to do, how you grow different accounts, and managed to do that. And now I like making videos, sharing that with people, sharing like educational things with people, like how to do certain things on YouTube or on other social media platforms, how to find them, because a lot of times it takes some work to find out like how do I do this or how do I change that. So that's where I am at right now. And let's try this. This is a gluten-free product. As I mentioned earlier, I tried to eat gluten-free now. This is like gluten-free cracker. Let's see. Good. Yeah, pretty good. LJ, are you working right now or you're at home relaxing? Oh, by the way, I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. I was working for most part, but I hope you got to do what you wanted to do on that day. Mm. And yeah, so back to social media. So right now, mm, hard to eat and talk. I'm at a point where, you know, I've learned a lot. I was able to monetize a lot of my accounts, and kind of going to that next step, you know, passing on the knowledge onto the world, and rebuilding my actually my company, my branding company around that, around helping people kind of be in this social media world, whether it's for a business or it's like for personal branding or anything like that. That's what I'm doing right now. You're relaxing. That's good. Relaxing is good. And yeah, so those are kind of different things I talk about. Today, though, something crazy happened to me. I logged into, sorry, my computer here, it keeps going off. I logged into my Facebook account, and I have a monetized Facebook account, right? And first of all, it logged me out, right? So which was weird because it very rarely logs me out on my phone. So I logged back in, and it's like, oh, you have a violation, blah blah. And I haven't had a violation in a very long time. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I had posted a picture. I don't know if you guys saw the interview between Carson and Putin, right? There was an interview, and there's a lot of memes going around. And this particular meme was a little bit had a little bit extravagant content, so to say, and could be perceived like a little bit, sexual, but it wasn't like really anything bad. Anyway, that meme I posted on Facebook, and I have a pretty large account on Facebook, like about close to like 8,000 followers. So that got blocked, and they said, "Oh, exploitative content, all this, all that." And because of that one meme, they deleted it. Because now what they do, like before they would violate you, you give you a violation, and then you have to remove the content yourself. Now what they do is they remove the content for you, get a violation, and because of that they restrict a bunch of things. So they started like saying, an interesting thing is they restrict things that have nothing like to do with that violations. For example, that violation was on my page, but they restricted like my access to groups for like one day only. It's not a big deal, but I'm just explaining to you guys. Like, what do access to groups have to do with like me posting this on my page? I don't know, but that's what happened. And then the most interesting part was they restricted me changing my own pages, because I have several like public pages, my own pages names for 1 year. So February 2025 I can change it again. And I thought that was real weird. But anyway, I'm trying to contest it because it was like a kind of like a political joke. There wasn't like really anything exploitive about it. So I'm hoping that they will be able to reinstate it, because since my content is monetized, like if something like this happens on my account, my monetization suffers like for a few months. So anyway, that's what happened this morning. It was a little frustrating, but what can you do? I don't know. I feel like Facebook is one of those apps. Of course you can do like without even like thinking about it, you can do like weird stuff on like YouTube or even on Instagram. But Facebook, I feel like out of all the social media apps, is like the most triggering. Like you have to be careful the most out of all the social media apps what you post there, because you might think that it won't be a problem, and then it will become a problem. Like if I knew this meme wouldn't be a problem, wouldn't post it. It's not a big deal. But yeah, that's what happened. Let me drink, sip on my tea now. Another interesting topic I want to talk to you about is doing lives on YouTube. So I've been like observing different people, different accounts, big and small, doing lives, and I noticed two things. The first thing is uh, doing not actually not that many accounts do lives on YouTube, and I don't know why. Like some of the bigger accounts, like I follow a lot of different like accounts about like social media stuff, also like a lot of beauty, like a lot of stuff, and some of them they just don't do lives, period. And I don't know why that is, but it's an interesting choice. While other people that do lives, they do different kinds of lives. Some do like podcast kind of lives. Like my son actually watches a WWE podcaster. He does like lives just talking about WWE, and that's entertaining and that's fun. And others like do like they just have coffee, like they just switch on their live, they have coffee, and they don't really talk, they just wait like for people to come in and ask them questions. And I guess that works if you have a lot of people come in and ask you questions. But yeah, those are kind of the lives that I saw. And in the past, I tried to the lives that I have done in the past. I did like a few, like 4 or 5. I did like when I was out somewhere, uh, just kind of doing a live that where I was in a restaurant or whatnot. But I decided it would be like good to continue this, right? Whoever new is join, say hi. So where you're from, by the way, and to continue doing lives because it's important to engage like this, to talk to you guys, and kind of do one like this at home where I'm eating and possibly getting ready. So we'll be getting ready because I'm planning to do another live on my real estate TikTok. So guys, yesterday at my work, they were giving out so much candy. Let me show you what kind I get. Got these Reese's. I haven't tried the Reese's. The Kisses, of course, the Kisses were really good. And there were some other ones like Hershey's and stuff. There's so much candy at my house right now. One thing I don't like, I'm using a ring light right now just to have more light because I'm in a kind of a dark room. And one thing I don't like, and maybe there are ring lights like this, but why don't they have ring lights that you can plug into the wall? Because most of them you have to plug into computer, and then you have to constantly check that your computer is on and stuff, I don't like that. So let's try this. That pie's pretty good. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting ready to release a new YouTube video. Oh my god, I'm bringing like everywhere. Bringing there. So I've started like to roll out YouTube videos that are specific to like social media, how I got started in social media, and then it's gonna be like based on topics. And my first one was sort of just like an overview of what I use, all the different social media that are out there and so forth. And my second one, which I'm about to finish right now, is going to be like more specific to how to get started on Instagram and what's changing on Instagram. So I can't wait to finish that one, and then I will release it. So that's kind of my next plan. These peaches are pretty good. Actually, I won't believe it, but right now it is like 12, 12:30. No, it's 1 p.m. And I am only having breakfast right now. Yep. Kind of a late start for me. We had a snow day here in New York. It was just like 2 days ago. They said it's gonna snow 4 to 8 inches. It's gonna be so much. But of course in the city it wasn't that much. The kids had a day off, so that was nice for them. Actually the public schools, they were supposed to work on Zoom, but the Zoom crashed. So it was interesting. And we kind of had that going on. So now all the snow is melted. Because what happens here is like, even if we get snow, just the weather has changed. And this didn't happen 5 or 6 years ago, but now, even if we get snow right after, sorry, I just got notifications distracting me. So right after, it melts in a day or two. So that's what has been going on with us. Well, you may also notice that I have an accent, right? And why I want to mention that, because also on my YouTube channel I will be releasing, I already have released several videos in my native language. Some music outside. Native language, which is Russian, but I'm hoping to do that more on music and kind of talk to people in my native language as well who come across my channel, as well as in English. The majority is gonna be in English, but also a few here and there in Russian. So it's gonna happen soon. Okay, guys. So that's it for me for today, for this little update. I hope to see you on the next live, which I hope will be soon, within the next month or so. See you. Have a good rest of the day.